Now, what if you don't have access to spring water or you haven't found access to spring water yet? One of my favorite alternatives is to use artesian well water. Now, if you have access to a house like this one, where all the water comes from an artesian well, what you can do is run that water for a period of time, let's say for 5 or 10 minutes, run the cold water and let the pipes clear of all the stagnant water that's been sitting in them. Once you start to get that cold, clean water that's coming from the well itself, you could fill up your bottles. Now, if you live in a city and you don't have access to a well there, but you know somebody out of town with one, you could bring your carboys out there or collect up some bottles, go to their house and fill up your bottles there and bring that water back with you. So that's one alternative. If the only water you have access to is tap water, you're gonna need some kind of filter. Now, I've not been a big fan of reverse osmosis water filters, and that's because they waste a lot of water and they strip your water bare of its minerals. And there's a concern even amongst health professionals about the diuretic effects of that kind of water. So we need something that leaves some minerals in but takes out things like fluoride. That's really important. I really like big Berkey filters like this one. And the reason is because their cartridges are powerful enough to remove fluoride, but it doesn't require electricity and it doesn't require municipal water pressure in order to do it. This is a passive unit, so you can pour your water in this. This would even work with pond water, lake water, stream water from outside. You could pour that in here and render that water clean, potable, and safe to drink. What if we have to choose from bottled waters? If I have to choose bottled water because I'm in an airport or I'm in an urban environment and I don't have access to spring water, then I like to buy glass bottled water, usually mineral water. That water's usually had a little bit less treatment done to it. In fact, often mineral waters are untreated. So that's one option. If we want a fresh water or a still water, I like to choose options like this. This is Tourmaline spring water from Maine. Now, what I like about this is they use a BPA-free plastic and this is gravity fed direct from the spring. Tourmaline's been able to gravity feed unprocessed water into bottles. They've got special permission from the state. This water has not been processed the way most bottled waters have been. Another option that's becoming more widely available are spring water distributions. If you live in the West Coast in California, you can get access to waters like Fountain of Truth. Fountain of Truth will deliver water from the spring to your door. So more and more we're seeing co-op options like that cropping up around the country, and you may be able to find something like that in your area as well. But I want to encourage you to use findaspring.com, try to locate a spring in your area and get access to spring water yourself at home.